Chippendale Rescue Rangers, from Akiva Schaffer, director of Popstar, Never Stop, Never Stopping, and writers Dan Greger and Doug Mand, who wrote for Crazy Ex-Girlfriend and How I Met Your Mother. Based on the 80s cartoon pretty much in name and characters only, it follows the titular duo as the washed-up stars of said cartoon in the Roger Rabbit-style world where people and toons live together. And like Roger Rabbit, they get caught up in a story of crime and mystery when one of their co-stars goes missing and they try to find him. I have no nostalgia for the show. I'm a 90s kid. I only watched a couple episodes after seeing the movie. It was pretty good as a kid's show. Once again, this takes place in a world where all that was a TV show and the movie's plot pretty much has nothing to do with it. They even replaced the chipmunk voice so that they just sound like John Mulaney and Andy Samberg. Although I guess those chipmunk voices would get annoying in a feature-length film. It's really more interested in feeling like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, with the setting obviously and the merging of cartoon properties. And this was a smart move because it works very well. The Roger Rabbit feeling is very strong with this one, yet it feels more like a spiritual successor than a ripoff. And the inclusion of various art and animation styles, even among the two leads, works wonders visually. It's full of meta humor and is self-aware without feeling smug or hypocritical. And it's really funny. Like Roger Rabbit, it includes many animated properties, but in a way that feels more genuine than something like Space Jam: A New Legacy. Basically, these guys aren't just here for brand recognition, but have actual purpose to the joke or scene. This whole thing could have easily been an exercise in IP cynicism, but it actually ends up being fun and funny. If there's one thing Disney's good at, it's making even the most cynical, borderline evil film feel genuine and good.
Don't go away. We'll be back with a Disney Channel movie.
Hey, all you bad guys.
What's this?
Disney has a big surprise just for you.
Who are these guys?
They're television's newest heroes, and they're turning out the lights on evildoers everywhere.
Hey, who did that?
It's Chip and Dale, along with Gadget, Zipper, and Monterey Jack, in Disney's action-packed adventure, Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers. Weekdays. Check local listing for time and channel.
It's a comedy a little different from all the rest.
I'm a pig!
I'm a toon.
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
But tell me, Eddie, is that a rabbit in your pocket or are you just happy to see me?
Touchstone Pictures and Steven Spielberg present a Robert Zemeckis film.
We toons may act idiotic, but we're not stupid.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Star Wars, 1 billion years in the making, and it's coming to your galaxy this summer.
We're back with a Disney Channel movie.
So, Obi-Wan Kenobi ended last week. Streaming on where else but Disney+, all episodes were directed by Deborah Chow, who also directed episodes for The Mandalorian, Better Call Saul, American Gods, and Mr. Robot. It follows Obi-Wan, played by Ewan McGregor again, between the events of episodes 3 and 4. Young Princess Leia is kidnapped and Obi-Wan has to save her in a mission that pits him once again against Darth Vader. There's been a lot of discourse online about whether this fits into the Star Wars timeline, and one thing I've learned from it is that this show is really good at finding loopholes that allow them to say, this movie didn't say these characters didn't meet again before the original trilogy. Anyway, I've only recently caught up on the Disney Plus Star Wars shows, mostly because I only got the service at the beginning of the year. The Mandalorian was great, really the only convincing argument that Disney should keep making Star Wars stuff. The Book of Boba Fett was pretty divisive, but I still liked it as the more colorful side of the Star Wars universe. My thoughts on it kind of dwindled a little after The Mandalorian came into it, only because it made me realize how much less interesting the rest of it was. And now on to this one. It's okay. It has a somewhat interesting plot and some good scenes. It doesn't have the great characters and story of The Mandalorian or the feel of Boba Fett, but it's pretty good for what it is. It's nice to see Ewan McGregor back in the role. It feels just like it did back in the prequels. And now they're sending him on another mission, just like old times. The adult-child relation between Obi-Wan and Leia is reminiscent of The Mandalorian, but the characters are different enough so that this isn't a total rip-off of that. The only thing is, it really isn't good enough to justify why we needed to see this. A lot of it just feels like a cash grab that just exists so that they can put out something Star Wars related. Maybe Disney isn't that great at making cynical movies seem not cynical. On top of that, it also could have probably been a movie instead of a 6-hour series. This isn't perfect, but it's entertaining. It's basically something people will say you may as well watch if you've seen the other Disney Plus Star Wars shows. The Force will be with you if you join my Patreon. Link in the description.